Hey YouTube, this is Dolph back again, back on the daily little vlog update, whatever the heck you want to call this. But um, yeah, this is day 13 of the Carnivore Diet. Feeling pretty good today. Um, just kind of going through the motions now. I ate beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for dinner about 2.5 hours ago. Liter of water, my vitamins. Feel pretty good. Feel full still. And probably might be a shorter video today, but I kind of want to maybe every time I do a video, maybe try to get a little bit of a topic out on it, um, and and talk about some things in particular, so that the videos kind of have a little more structure. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about was yesterday. I think I talked about some of the positive aspects about being on the carnivore diet. So I wanted to talk about some of the negative stuff about the carnivore diet. Um, and, it all kind of depends on how you look at it and what you think is negative and what you don't. Um, because honestly, I've been able to spin them to fit into kind of like a more acceptable mindset, I guess you could say. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about on as being like a downside to the carnivore diet is just that you're eating so few foods, um, or at least in my version of this, I am. I'm pretty strict when it comes to this diet. I eat like five things. I eat beef, I eat butter, I eat bacon, I eat eggs, um, and I have salt and pepperoni, and that's really it. And the pepperoni is kind of only like a snack if I really, really feel like I want one. Um, so it's just a very limited diet, and there is times where like I'm in a grocery store or in a drugstore and I see the candy that I used to really love, or my worst drug ever is Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi drinker, a horribly abusive one. Uh, I see Pepsi and my mouth. I'm not gonna lie, like man, that would really hit the spot right now. But just stay strong and don't break is all that's in my head. So I try kind of to not look at stuff like that, but sometimes you just can't avoid it, right? Like, so yeah, one negative aspect is, yeah, you're gonna want and crave maybe, especially if you're just coming off the sugar, you're gonna want and crave sugar quite a bit, and it's gonna last for a while. Like I still get sugar cravings right this second, even. Um, we have some chocolate in the cabinet from the olden days. Might be a little bit stale now, actually, but I'm telling you right now, I want that chocolate. I ain't eating that chocolate, but I want that fucking chocolate. I'm not lying to you. Um, and you can basically go up and down the grocery aisles, every single one of them, and you know, pretty much the entire grocery store, 98, 99% of it, completely outlawed on this diet, right? So that's a bit of a bummer. And the positive spin that I like to add to that is just that it is simple, and there's a niceness in its simplicity. I can do a full grocery shop for a whole week in less than 5 minutes nowadays because everything that I eat is all in the same basic area, and all around the outer edges of the grocery store. I'm sure you've heard that you should never eat anything that's in the aisles of the grocery store, or very little. You can find stuff like olive oil there and all that, but basically, if it's in the middle of middle of the grocery store aisles, and it's in a box, food doesn't come in a box. Just straight up, food gets refrigerated, is what it really is. And that's probably how you should make your distinction on what food is and isn't. Real food gets refrigerated, and not food that you can keep dry and in a box from the middle of the grocery store. You probably should not eat that. It's probably terrible for you. These ultra processed granola bars and these friggin' oatmeals that everyone thinks are healthy and aren't at all. Never eat oatmeal ever. Oh my god. So yeah, that's one negative aspect plus a positive spin on it. Another negative aspect of the carnivore diet, I'd say, and this is if you're like a social person or you have like a significant other who is not on a carnivore diet, it makes social situations like going out to dinner or having people over for drinks and snacks, stuff like that, it makes that aspect a little bit harder. There's a few ways that you can approach this. One is, say you're going to a gathering where you're going to be the odd one out with your weirdo diet. Is just to reach out to the person hosting in advance and be like, yo, I am completely carnivore. I eat only meat. Is it going to be possible that I eat only meat at your shindig? Or should I quietly bring my own and not say a word? And you might get a, yeah, of course, that's totally okay. Or you might get a laugh. And, if you get a laugh, there's a few ways you can deal with that as well. Just be like, look, I'm trying to improve my health. This is the way that I believe I can. And I need your help. Like, help me do this. Like, I want to still have an active social life and be out with friends and do fun things, but I also need this diet to work. Like, I need it to, and I can't cheat. So if I can't do that, then I can't come, realistically. I'll just be too tempted, whatever it is. And most people are going to be completely fine with you eating only their meat or bringing your own. And say you're going out with your significant other at like a dinner or something. This just happened to me on the weekend where my wife and I wanted to go out to eat, so we just went to a steakhouse. Yeah, and I got a big fuck piece of meat. Easy as it gets. She got potatoes and vegetables and all stuff. I got a big piece of meat. It was easy. No one cried. No one was hungry. It worked perfectly. Let's see if there are any more negative aspects. Those are the two big ones that I think is that social aspect, and just like the FOMO, the fear of missing out of other new food experiences. That you're definitely not going to get. Now, that's not to say that you can't get, like, different kinds of meat. You definitely can. Like, you can get all sorts of fish, all sorts of game. You got your chicken, your pork, and your beef. There's that. Depending on what you think is processed, you can get stuff like, well, maybe not beef jerky, but, like, if you can get nice, not sugared beef jerky, or pepperoni, like, you can have, like, meat snacks, and but like your variety for basically every other food is essentially out the window. But you can vary it up as much as you want eating actual meat. Um, um, Probably the last aspect that I would say uh, took some getting used to, and I want to point this out. This is a big one, actually. Save the best for last, I guess you could say. Is the carnivore diet feels expensive, even though it's really not. Now, what do I mean by that? So, I just went to the grocery store and I bought a week's worth of food. I mathed it out. It's exactly 7 days of food. Okay? And I got high quality stuff. I got my carnivore blend, my 80/20. Beautiful grass-fed butter that is friggin' delicious. Oh my god, this butter is so good. Really nice thick cut bacon right from the deli, and like the nicest eggs that I could buy that are nice and free range, beautiful local eggs. And I paid $90 for 7 days of food, 7 days of food. And I came out with what was equivalent to like a small bag of food 1 week. My wife spent $5 more than me and got two bigger bags of food that are also going to last a week. Okay, now it might seem wonky, but I want to explain to you why it isn't. Okay, so the first reason why it isn't wonky is my wife is going to throw out half of that food. I know it. I've seen it happen. She's going to throw out half of that food because there's just no way she's going to get through all of that. As a preface, my wife is not on the carnivore diet. My wife is on a low carb diet. She's not on a keto diet. I wouldn't call it that far, but she's on like a low carb diet. So she's still buying, boxed stuff, processed stuff, this, that, and the other. Grocery shopping down the aisles, I guess you could call it. And that's fine. She does what she wants, does what she does, We shop separate now, obviously, because of the dietary whatever. It's different now. Okay? So we spent the same amounts of money. I'm going to eat every bite of what I bought for $90. She is going to eat about half of what she got. And the next time when we go out, she's going to re-up, and we're going to come home and she's going to throw away about half of what she bought last week. So that's one thing. A second indirect plus of this is I remember specifically going and buying for the week $100 worth of food. Okay? With my diet being so poor, 2, sometimes even 3 friggin' days of the week, I would get home and not cook any of it. And instead, I would order takeout. Okay? Ordering takeout that you get delivered where I live, we're talking McDonald's for my wife and me, $45. Two medium pizzas for 2 days of food, 3 days of food, $50. So, say I got McDonald's once, and I got pizza once, and the pizza lasted 2 days. Okay? $90 and 3 days of food, plus the $90 of food that I bought that I'm now not going to eat half of. Okay? Hope you were able to follow that. It makes sense if you watch that part in slow motion. But if you just think about that and the wasted food and the wasted money, now you're using that wasted money on better ingredients that are so nutritious and healthy that as soon as you get into that mindset, $90 for a week of food is a lot easier to stomach. And it's a lot easier to stomach walking out of the grocery store with this little bag of food when everything you bought is going to actually help your health, and keep you straight. And that you were the other mental parts of being able to walk into the grocery store, get your food, and not cave to the candy, not cave to the pop, not cave to the process, not cave to the bread, and do your thing, feel proud, walk out with your very expensive bag of food for the week, and then go home for the week and eat every single bite of it and enjoy every single bite of it. So there's like a mental aspect to this that's very, very important, that I think it's good to not overlook. And how a lot of negatives of the carnivore diet you can spin and manipulate, to be honest, into being positive things. Because at the start of this diet, it's very hard to stay on the straight and narrow, and not cheat. And like I said in my last video, I don't think you watched that, but if you do go back and watch that, basically I was trying to make a point of that it's okay to cheat if you have your one cheat meal or your one cheat day, as long as you get back on the horse and you're doing your diet 98% of the time. I don't reckon that 2% where you're not, it is going to be too much of a detriment, and I think it's totally acceptable and healthy to have a few cheats here and there. I'm pretty strict. I'm not going to cheat, but I would understand if you did. I'm going to save cheating for very special occasions. I just want to say, too, I'm not from where I live. I was actually born thousands of miles away, funny enough. But I'm going back home for my vacation in 2 weeks. And I'm currently concocting how I'm going to break to my family that I'm on this diet. And I'm just going to demand respect. I'm going to demand help. And pray for understanding is basically what I'm going to be doing. If that doesn't work, and they don't accept that, it's kind of tough shit. I'll drive and get some pepperoni. Fuck, I'll figure out a way to make what I'm doing a thing over there. I don't plan on cheating for this trip. I'm gone for a week, and so I don't plan on cheating. So something's gotta give. Papa's gotta eat, so I'm gonna eat some way or the other, and it's not gonna be bad food. So I just gotta stay strong, and I'll be fine. And then I'll come home, right back on the train, and everything will be good. Thanks everyone for watching. Give this a like, thumbs up or a like or whatever it is nowadays. Thumbs up, subscribe, and follow me. I'll be on here. I'll be back tomorrow talking about more carnivore stuff. And thanks for listening to me rant and talk about my journals. And if you're on the carnivore diet and it's early for you, we can do this together. We can do this every day together. You can come in the comments and tell me how you felt today, and we can have a back and forth. I would love to talk to you and hear about everything that's going on your diet and what you like and how you feel about cheating and stuff like that. And talk to me. God damn it, talk to me. And we'll have an open dialogue. Thanks, everyone.